Let me explain it in simple terms. Imagine your brain is like a circuit board. Every time you do something pleasurable, like eating your favorite food, or watching a good movie, or the act of making love, a signal is sent through this board and it lights up. Your brain releases a chemical called dopamine, which makes you feel the pleasure. It's like turning on a light in your brain's reward center. This is a normal process that happens with any enjoyable activity. Now, let's understand what happens with porn addiction. In a healthy brain, the lights or dopamine signals turn on when needed and turn off when the activity is over. But with porn addiction, this process gets disturbed and disrupted. Watching porn floods your brain with high levels of dopamine. It creates an intense feeling of pleasure. Over time, your brain gets used to these high levels and starts craving more and more porn to achieve the same level of pleasure. Here's where it gets tricky. When you become addicted, your brain's reward center becomes overactive. It's like the lights in your brain are always on, constantly seeking that dopamine rush. This overactivity makes you want to watch porn more frequently, even when you know it's affecting your life negatively. In people with porn addiction, this constant need for stimulation disrupts normal brain function. That is, your brain starts to rewire itself. It creates strong neural pathways that screams, "Let's watch more." This means you start craving porn more intensely and more often. At the same time, your brain's control center, which helps you understand the consequences of your actions, it becomes weaker. This makes it harder to resist the urge to watch porn even when you know it is harmful. With repeated exposure, your brain's response to dopamine gets numbed. This is called desensitization. It means that what used to excite you earlier will not excite you anymore, and you need more extreme content to feel the same pleasure. You'll find it harder to enjoy everyday activities and real life relationships as a result of this desensitization. Over time, porn addiction can lead to severe mental health issues like anxiety, depression, and a diminished ability to enjoy life. It can also strain your relationships, as you might find it challenging to connect emotionally and intimately with your partner. Porn addiction is when watching porn becomes a compulsion, even though it disrupts your brain's normal function and affects your daily life.